Joe from Console Bros, and today I have a tag, if you will. By tag, I mean a tag from a video. If anybody knows the channel Go Figure, they have a video where they tag everybody and ask people questions, and this is my reply to them. And Go Figure, if you see this video, if you don't mind, please leave a comment on it, just so I know you watched it. If you don't mind, I hope that's not a problem. Anyway, the first question they have is figure aesthetic. Now, this is going to sound weird, maybe to some people, but for me, I want figures that look nice in plastic form, have a nice, I guess, art style, for lack of a better term, and that last a while, because obviously things age, but, you know, I take good care of my things, and most of my figures are in really good shape. They look brand new. The only exceptions being some of the figures I got when I was a very young kid. So, but I'll give an example. Oops, sorry about that. But as you can see, this Mega Man amiibo compared to, and by the way, this is part of my collection, so I'll just quickly pan at least the top. But anyway. The Mega Man amiibo compared to the retro Roto right there. Both art styles are nice, but I do like this Mega Man amiibo better. I especially like the actual metallic looking blue. But anyway, I just want to show my other ones. There's a couple other ones right there. If you can't see any because it's a black shelf, sorry about that. Just bear with me there. And if you can hear that, that's my fan in the background. Again, bear with me. I apologize for that. Anyway, let me get back to my computer for the remainder of these questions. Sorry about that. If this video comes off a bit weird, bear with me. Sorry about that. But anyway, question 2 is most excited. I'm not usually one to get excited, if you will, about figure releases, mainly because I can just get them anytime online most of the time, and usually I'm a bit of an eBay sniper. So, but anyway, I am excited for. There's a rumor that NECA might be releasing some Castlevania figures that have retro colors, but with a modern paint style. So it's similar to the Ninja Turtles SDC arcade figures. And in case you're wondering, Go Figure, I know this is an anime figure, do anime mainly, and I do watch anime. I do have a couple anime figures. I do want to get a couple more of them, but I'm a writer, so I usually watch my anime late at night for a few hours, and then I get to writing, so you can imagine I have to juggle a little bit, time-wise. But anyway, the next thing is what makes your heart flutter? Which I'm assuming just means get excited. And that would have to be a tie between these two. Not these two, this is a 2-pack, but this and one other figure. But the thing I'm talking about, at least first up, is the Marvel vs. Capcom, Captain America vs. Morrigan figures. Now, I bought this because I am quite a fan of Marvel. I like DC too, before anybody asks. I enjoy them both for their own reasons. But I mainly bought this because it is very tough, at least from my experience, to find a Darkstalkers character, especially without paying a fortune. So I was very glad to find this figure, and if anyone is curious, my favorite character is Rico, or Rikuo, the fish guy. But anyway, it was nice to find this when it was, because normally Darkstalkers figures cost a fortune. Especially, again, from my experience, it's a smaller franchise that Capcom has, and it also is, again, my experience, not really the biggest merchandise-wise. So, it was nice to find this. That is tied with this other Marvel figure, but it is a Marvel Select Magneto. I was very happy to find this, and for only $25. I've seen this go on, at least from my experience, I've seen this go online for about $40, $50 at times. Anyway, next up is the most money. The most money, I'll have to get on the ground for this one, but is that Good Smile Zero Suit Samus from Metroid Other M. Nowadays, she's going for around $200, $300 in the packaging, and when I got her in the packaging and she was only $100, so I was very fortunate, but I lucked out. I'm kind of lucky considering how many figures I have, and the most expensive I paid for just one was $100. It's kind of like that one girl who, I guess, you know, she says quality over quantity. I forget their names, but yeah, she mentions how she wants to get a couple expensive figures, but she also wants them to look good. Luckily, I've been fortunate enough, at least in my opinion, to find figures that can fit both of those categories for the most part. Alright, let's get back to the other questions. Sorry about that. I have them on my computer. But next up is what parents think. And actually, my parents, they know it's one of my passions. They like my figure collection just as much as me. The only thing is sometimes my mom can move things around, and you already know how that's going. It's always no touchy-touchy with figures, at least for me. But I actually got my dad into figure collecting just recently, because when we went on a trip, we went to a comic book store. That's where I found that Magneto, oddly enough. And he's a big fan of old movies like Alien, RoboCop, Predator, Ghostbusters, things like that. Predator is his favorite, and he bought a Predator one. I convinced him. My most embarrassed thing to show to my grandmother would probably have to be... this is going to be a lightweight compared to some people, but this is the most risque one that I have. But this is Cammy White from Street Fighter. That ass. Yeah, but this was surprisingly only $60. It's a very nice statue, though. And last but not least for figure, or go figure, is where do I see my collection in 10 years? Well, if I become a well-known writer, maybe people are gonna be sought after the figures that I have, or maybe they'll want me to sign their own. But honestly, I just see me keep collecting. I'm gonna be one of those people that's gonna collect like when he's in his 50s still, just because I'm a pure geek. Gamer, cosplayer, you know, anime watcher, big geek, and everything. Now, go figure, if the video cuts off, I'll put this into 2 parts, but I just have 3 questions for you. 1, what started your figure collection? Because if you didn't see it, that Mario I have on that shelf over there, was actually a trinket from my friend Zach way back in 2nd grade. And we still keep in touch, but it all started with that. 2 is, what is a franchise you think needs a figure line? Rampage, in my opinion, does. The Rampage series is the Destroy Buildings as a Giant Monster one, and I think that would make a great figure line or statue line. Could you imagine, like, George or Ralph holding onto a building, and it's like they're both on a statue or something? And they're, like, holding on to, like, a famous landmark or something, like, you know, like a... Oh, you know what I mean. And 3... 3 is... What, was the reason you started figure collecting? I started figure collecting just because I thought it'd be a cool hobby to I guess, kick up. Anyway, for Go Figure, like I said, leave a comment, and of what you saw of my collection, let me know what you think. I'll be posting another video to show off my collection and to actually update it, because this was more of just a tag. But either way, I'll catch everybody around. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.